Alright, while we got you over here on this side, I'll take the carburetor off. Yeah, a lot of these screws are all buggered up. And you can tell they're not factory. They're all like cheap round head screws. Shook them out. There we go. Alright. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, check valve is working, but what somebody did, I don't know if you guys can see this, is they soldered it together, and that shouldn't be that way. I should be able to twist that off and clean all of that spring inside. It's okay. It looks like it'll work. Nice carburetor. Actually, supposed to have two little seals on top here. If I can't get hold of them, I'll just I'll seal it with silicone or something, gasket material. Alright, looks good. Let's see what we take off next here. What is that? I don't know how much light you guys have. I keep getting in my shadow. Alright, let's turn it around this way. This cover here, some of them have a thing that looks similar to a flywheel. This one looks more like a bell. And I say that because it actually sounds like a bell. Anyway, I think that holds your governor. Whoop. Still in the frame there? Okay. Alright. Good thing I took that off because this is actually broke. All these parts here. This look like they put nails on here. Huh. But anyway, these parts here, there are supposed to be little nubs on top to keep these, you know, so these things are just supposed to move like that and push your governor in and out. Okay. But luckily, I don't have the bell kind, but he sent me the flywheel looking type, and that looks to be okay, or else we can repair this one. Alright. Next, I guess, we get some wrenches. I'll take the gas tank off. Alright. Right off we can see these got square head bolts, and we know they're not supposed to be there. Crankshaft looks a little scarred up, but not too bad. Let me spin this around this way for you. It's getting light enough that I can lift it now. These things weigh about 75 pounds when they're all put together. There's another square head. That don't belong there. And this one's just a regular head. Easy fix. Get this stuff out of the way here so we can turn this upside down. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see what we got in here. This here is, I don't know if you can see it. You see it there? Okay. This here's your sump, and they call it an oil pump. Looks like it's all here. This spring goes on the outside, that holds your governor. And this here is a plunger. I think it goes in this way. It's actually your plunger. That goes in like that. And that goes on like that. And what it does, it just works like that. You got a rod that goes down off of the can, pushes that. And oil, it just fills this up, and then when the connecting rod comes around, the connecting rod just throws oil up. So it's not like this here squirts oil over the engine. This just holds the oil, and the connector rod actually throws it up. But this here, everything looks like working perfect. The only problem with this one is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got holes in there. There you go. Let me put a light behind it. So the holes in it's like Swiss cheese, but that could probably be fixed. But he gave me a brand new one with it, so we're going to use that. Alright, let's look inside the tank. I've just seen a couple parts in here. I don't know what that is. That might be for the governor. But anyway, the tank looks a little crusty. Shouldn't be too much to clean it out though. Alright, let's look at the piston. Alright, we cleaned some of that carbon out of there. And I did feel a very slight ridge on one side of the cylinder, but nothing that'll bother us. We should be able to get that piston out no problem. Alright, let's flip it over. Alright, we'll flip this over here now. Let's take this piston out. Alright, these here shouldn't be too tight. There you go. I think it's only hand tight. I'm doing this with my left hand. Look at that, left-handed. Okay. Let me mark this. Okay. Alright. I don't know how well you guys can see that. You probably got a glare. Looks like that's what it looks like in the camera anyway. I put a little arrow pointing towards the nub. This here, it must be the splasher. I'll have to do a little research, and this must be the only thing that makes that oil splash. But I point the arrow to where that is, and that. Good thing I make videos of this, because if you do forget something, you always check the video. And the nub is on the side of the carburetor. Carburetor goes on the back here. Okay. See what she looks like. Huh. Oh, just lost some lock washers, but that's okay. Looks a little scorched, but it actually feels good. I don't feel any imperfections at all. And the crank feels excellent too. That's good. Oh, look at that. And the connecting rod is sliding right out. Alright. Let me shut these off, and I'll turn these over, and we'll pull that piston out. Alright. Let me put a light on for you here. Keep forgetting. Huh. There we go. It came out pretty good up to there. Wrist pin feels good too. I mean, I'm only feeling it in one hand, but it feels good. And the piston looks excellent. Oh, sorry about that. I do that when I'm filming. I start looking at the thing myself. I forget to look through the lens here so you guys can see. Yep, and the rings are freed up and everything, so hopefully this will clear up. Maybe I'll find a mark that's on the top there, but I think we're going to be lucky with this engine. Alright, let's see if we can take the crank out, take a look at it. Alright, I'm going to take the crank out here, but one thing about these engines is they don't have any timing marks on the cam or nothing. There are instructions on, you got to point the crankshaft in one direction and top dead, and turn this one direction and make them 10 degrees off and everything. I have them directions and everything, but it looks like at one time somebody might have put a mark here on the crank, because it doesn't look factory. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little dot on that cam, and I'm going to check with the previous owner. I think he said he was going to take the crank out and decided not to because it didn't have any timing marks, but that'll help me put it back together, maybe a little easier. So I'm going to contact him and see if he took it. If he took it apart, then I'm just pissing in the wind, and then I'll have to find the instructions and figure out how to do it. But let me put a little dot, a punch right in front of that line. Okay. Okay. I don't know how well you can see it, but I put a punch mark there. It's not all that deep and everything. That shit was hard as hell, but it should help me. Let me pull that crank out of there. Alright, I got the crank out, and the crank actually looks pretty good, you know. I mean, it looks funky on the camera and stuff like that, but it's smooth and nice, so we're glad about that. And the cam actually looks good. Something looks a little strange in here. That one arm down here. Let me see. Let me get my pointer. Oh, sorry about that. One-man operation here. Yeah, this little piece down here almost looks homemade. Let me get the cam out. Okay, here's our mark. Our mark showed up pretty good. Cam's in excellent condition. But this part down here, this actually pushes your push rod to open your valve, your exhaust valve. And this thing down here pushes down on your oil pump. But this piece here actually looks homemade, and you can tell by this, it's a homemade cotter pin down there. So that has been off before. The top one probably looks original, but like I say, the one on the bottom looks homemade. Interesting. Alright. Alright, well, everything's taken apart here. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to paint this engine, you know, because there's really no paint left on it. You know, right there. I think I see a little black. Yeah. Well, a little black, but I think we're going to clean this up and paint it up. Make it look good. Alright. Alright, that should be enough for this video. We'll see you in the next one.